The big voice. KWTN 100.9 FM. Allen, Nebraska. The official radio station of the Winnebago tribe.
Indeed. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. BLUV.
What's up?
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's get it.
Coach Chris, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Then let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to The Show. I'm your host, Coach Q. Here we are again. Once again, another episode. We are at the end of basketball season here in Winnebago. And BLUV, you know, I was thinking, man, that all my life, that I've been your sidekick all my life. Mm-hmm. And I'm enjoying my time. You be my sidekick.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you here on the show. And BLUV, you got some stuff for the folks later on in the show that you got some topics you want to talk about?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk. We're gonna touch base a little bit. You guys stick around. We're gonna I'm gonna touch base on just some of my thoughts of the Lady Indians. Their last two games of the season, their sub-district games. The Lady Indians came down and their season come to an end, but it wasn't. It wasn't terrible, so they look pretty good. So we're gonna touch base and talk a little bit about the girls here.
Yeah, and then they also got something else for the listeners too. Yeah, and we'll try to make it as fun as we can too.
Yep. Try to do a little bit different, some stuff different on here to keep you guys interested here. And so yeah, you guys stay tuned. We're gonna have some crazy stuff going on.
BLUV's got this thing that he's gonna be calling the "yeah, geez" moments. You know,
if you guys follow me on Facebook, you know I used to say that all the time. So we got some new stuff we're gonna try here. So
yeah. And just an example, just everybody on 4th of July, bro. Mm-hmm. Everybody on 4th of July, they all go to the same firework display.
The same firework
and
display.
What happens?
And they all record it or snap it and stuff like that. And we're like, yeah, geez. There ain't no reason to do that. We're all watching the same fireworks.
Oh, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned to hear some of the geez things that BLUV has going on in that head of his. Yeah. And then Coach Chris also has a couple of things that he's going to be talking about.
Yeah, it's what's been on Coach Chris's mind. And, lately I've been kind of thinking about who are the top 5 athletes in Winnebago history. So very debatable.
Yep.
Yeah, very debatable. And I think that we maybe did that a couple years back when we first started.
I don't think it was all around athlete. I think we just touched base on
basketball?
the best basketball player to put the blue and whites on. We thought.
Well, that would be a really interesting topic because, me and you grew up in the same era, but, we both heard the stories about some of the elite athletes that we had in the past, you know?
Yep.
And so we got those, and then Coach Chris, he's kind of more of a younger guy,
a mustard boy
with all the current athletes and stuff too. So his list might be different than ours.
Yep.
And so that's going to be a really good one for everybody to stay tuned for, because and then viewers out there, if you guys have your top 5 all-time top 5 best athletes in Winnebago, boys or girls, why don't you go put that in the chat?
Yeah.
Make sure and put that in the chat, and let's see who you guys got.
And see if we match up on some of the same athletes.
Because Winnebago has some superior athletes
Yep.
coming up in any of the sports, all the sports.
Yeah, when the time comes, we're going to touch base. Are we talking just the blue and white high school days, or are we talking afterwards? So are we talking? So when the time comes, we'll let Chris spirit that for us.
Yeah, definitely. And then Coach Chris is also going to be adding his 2 cents on BLUV's geez moments. You know what I'm saying? So we'll just we'll get there. But also today, one of the things that I'm going to make sure and talk about is last night I went to the Omaha Nations girls game and got to sit there and see their first round win against I think it was that Clarkson team. They were called the Patriots. So I want to talk a little bit about that. And then also I'll talk about opportunities that we just now found out about possible live streaming the game. So we're going to talk about that too.
Yeah, yep.
All right. So, but in the meantime, I think we should talk a little bit about wrestling. So, we know that and I believe Coach Nick was up here last week.
Yep.
He talked about the girls' season coming to an end. So great job, ladies. They were kind of saddened a little bit because nobody made the state. Tournament.
I was just gonna ask that. I said I didn't hear nothing. I mean, we jumped right to the boys. So, yeah, I was surprised that little Wilk Dog and whoever else and all the other girls that had a real good, towards the end of the season when we were talking about them, and then, yeah, they all come up a little short.
Yeah, and I think that's what it was too, just a little short, because there were a number of those girls.
She's on.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway, so we got to talk about the girls' season coming to an end, right? And then they did really good, like you said. Trev's daughter, and I sure hate to miss any of those girls, but that Ricardo, I heard that Ricardo Lilwalker, she did really well. She champed out at LNI, and that was the coolest thing that we had. So I do got to give the coaches a shout out though, because I know that Big Z, Zariah George, she's up there coaching with the girls program up there. So it's always good to have the GOAT in your corner. You know what I'm saying?
And she's 2-time returning heavyweight champ down there, so that's pretty cool to have that.
She has records here in Winnebago, and she's also sharing all the knowledge that she collected through those years, and plus she had a couple of years under her belt at college too. So that's awesome, man.
Cool.
But let's get into the boys. I didn't see what's on there.
It looked, what'd you say? She looked like Brooks on.
Oh, okay.
She's watching, so we're gonna give her a little props on her.
She's online.
She's online for an interview.
Can we get her on right now? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, so that was gonna be the next topic coming up. Since we was talking about girls wrestling, was one of our neighbors from the south, from the Omaha tribe, Brooklyn Snyder. She made the state wrestling meet and BLUV, so she got the first round pin in the second round, and she just got done wrestling a couple hours ago.
Yep.
And she got another pin, and now she made the championship round for the girls Nebraska State wrestling meet.
From Bancroft Rosalie.
Yeah, Brooklyn Snyder is a daughter of Chris Snyder and Christine Snyder. So, but we got Brooklyn online with us right now. Brooklyn, I see you on the screen. How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Oh man, hey, this is This is the first time we're doing an interview like online like this.
This is cool. Brooklyn, you're making history too on this end too. That's good.
Yeah, hey,
very happy about it.
Yeah, from me, BLUV, Coach Chris, DJ Bestman, everybody else up here at the Big Voice, we want to say congratulations to you so far. But hey, it ain't over yet.
Yeah.
It ain't over yet. And one of the things that we wanted to make sure is each of us to maybe say a few words to you and give you some encouragement. So BLUV, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go first.
Okay, say hey Brooklyn, from your Dega up here, we want to say congratulations making it this far, and we're all proud of you. And go get this last one and soak up the memories of everything going on. And what we tell all our athletes that come through here is go out there and have fun. Go out there and have fun. And flip that girl and pin her. We need another one. Make it easier on us over here. We've seen that last one.
Thank you.
Hey, yeah, Coach Chris LaPointe is in the house with us too, Brooklyn. So he's going to go ahead and give you some encouraging words.
Hey, but first off, I just want to say congratulations. And you have everything to be proud of. But like Coach Buff said, it's not over yet. And we're looking forward to you in this next match here. We cheer you on from here at the Big Voice.
Thank you.
Then Brooklyn, this is Coach Q. Yeah, this is another label. DJ Dega Coach Q.
All the labels.
Yeah. No, but I wanted just to just ditto what these gentlemen said right here. And I also wanted to say this. I'm going to take a little page off of Coach Chris's book. Is that going into the championship round, your mindset, usually the champions always are doing what they love with a purpose. So just remember your purpose. I know that you had a lot of hard practices, a lot of hard meets. I just saw that the wrestling match you just had a little while ago. That was a hard one, you know. But you did it, you know. But make sure when you're out there, wrestle with the purpose. Know what you're out there to do. You're not just doing it for you. There's a bigger picture that you're in this for. So just remember what the bigger picture is, and wrestle for that. And then, girl, good luck, and I mean, wrestle your butt off.
Thank you.
Yeah. So hey, so Brooke, I'm gonna give you the mic. I mean, we got a lot of listeners on our show. You know, maybe you have some maybe something you wanted to say, something that's on your mind, or maybe even something you wanted to say to the viewers.
Or a little shout out to somebody.
Yeah, or a little shout out to somebody. Yeah, I'm gonna give you the mic.
Well, if I'm giving a shout out to anybody, probably my coaches and my teammates. There was definitely a lot of hard practices in there. Some of them where I didn't want to be there that day, but my coaches always helped me push through it. Teammates were always there to cheer me up afterwards, so very thankful for them. Just thankful for the sport. I'm glad I decided to do it. And anyone else that's thinking about doing it, I think they should do it.
Nice.
Yeah, and then this is Coach Q again, but I really think that you're doing a great things for yourself and for your family and for your school. There's a lot of like it or not, or know it or not, there's a lot of young ladies, some girls out there that are watching you right now, and you're setting an example for them. And you know what? The example that you're setting right now is a really good one, and I think that you know that. So continue on being the kind of athlete, the kind of student that you are, and just do the best you can. And yeah, good luck in this match, man. And then you know what?
Thank you.
One last thing I want to say is that your Choka Johnny is probably looking down at you.
Yep.
Proud.
Yep. Yep. Go get him, kiddo.
Yep. Good
Hope
luck.
so. I was thinking about him a lot today.
That's good. He's probably sitting there smiling around. Yep, ready to go.
Yeah.
Almost as big a smile as your dad and your mom out there.
Yeah, and definitely you got more than just your school that's gonna be cheering you on. You got all people all over Indian country that's gonna be cheering you on tonight. So just make sure you represent us well and go get that gold.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Good luck.
All right. Thank you, Brooke, for your time. We appreciate it.
Yep.
Go
Thank
get
you.
him. Okay, bye. Oh my God.
That was pretty cool.
That
If you guys watching here, she just kind of popped in on us and we didn't know. So that was a good job. I think Garen had something to do with it in the back row.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Garen, for getting that set up. And then it was a perfect timing too, because we were just now finishing up talking about girls wrestling.
We were just fitting to talk about her too. And
yeah,
that's pretty crazy.
All right, so
no,
that was a good one there. So hey, you guys, let's get into the boys wrestling then, because we're getting ready to talk about docs.
Yeah.
You know, today, this afternoon at 3:00, the Winnebago Public School, they had a ceremony, a send-off ceremony, which they usually do when the athletes head down to Lincoln or to the state competitions, you know, and they sent them off in a real good way. And Big Docs is going down. Going to try to represent. He's going to try to stay undefeated this season.
Yep.
And try to keep his #1 ranking at the big preseason untarnished for the entire season.
That's pretty cool. I mean, we had him up here before. You guys all seen the kind of kid he is, and he kind of holds himself well. And when we refer to him up here, we always call him the All-American Jared Doxey, because back to rewind a couple years when he was a sophomore, I believe, he went down as a kind of like a walk-in type thing down to when they went down to Disney or something down
Disney
Florida.
duels.
Yeah, Disney, and then he ended up just blowing everybody up, and he ended up walking out of there with a gold and All-American status as that's cool.
Yeah, it is.
I like it, man. He's a beast.
They're showing the ceremony with the young relatives. They call them the young relatives up there. The Ho Chunk class up there did the blessing, and
that's pretty cool.
So thanks to those youngsters for doing that. And they always do what the relative ask of them up at the school.
Yeah.
And big shout out to Doc's family too, man. And like everybody in the family is like totally behind him. They're all posting about it, and Very excited about this, the boys tournament, which starts tomorrow.
Yeah,
right?
it is tomorrow. Then sure, since Brooklyn fighting and wrestling tonight, so Doc's be sometime tomorrow. So if anybody's watching, you guys, if anybody's gonna make their way down, I know we can't make it down for this one, but if anybody's down there, go live, tag the big voice and stuff like that, just so we can have a little. At least we can see it somehow.
Yeah, and you tag the big voice so then because everybody will see it, because usually all of our sports listeners and sports fanatics are logged on to our Big Voice Facebook anyway. So
And you guys all have good phones, so go ahead and kind of zoom in a little bit too. If you guys are sitting way up there in the pinnacle or wherever they're at, where are they at? The MCI Center?
they
They're
might
in
be at-
Omaha. They're in Omaha?
oh yeah, the CHI Center.
CHI Center. Yeah. So you guys don't be stingy.
Yeah, definitely we'll be following though. We'll try to get everybody's videos and pictures and everything like that put up on the Facebook page. So make sure and subscribe, press like, and press share.
Yeah. Good luck down there, Docs.
Yep, and then we do got an interview set up with Docs, but it ain't gonna be until after the state wrestling meet.
Yeah.
He did say he wanted to focus on the task at hand before he does any interviews.
Yep, that's
which
good.
is totally respectable, So
smart.
just know, ladies and gentlemen, you guys that are listening and you guys be following the show and following the Winnebago athletes that we're gonna have that interview. It won't be next week. It'll be the week after that, because next week
You
is
guys gotta tune
we're
in.
getting ready for the last Bare Moon Powwow. So, so definitely gonna have to tune in to the next episode. So congratulations, Docs, man. And that's a good one there. And I heard that usually, like if in these sports where individuals can make it to state, like track, cross country, and wrestling, stuff like that, that the athlete gets to take a friend or a teammate with them.
Oh, yeah.
And so he chose Ho Hump.
Oh,
Ho Hump
okay.
Snake. Yeah, Ho Hump went down there with him, and so he gets to experience all that. And Ho Hump's a senior.
Oh, okay.
And
Good.
that's Zariah's little brother, and he put in 4 or 6 years of wrestling, and every meet, every practice and stuff like that, and
That's what he chose.
He wanted to experience it with him,
Yeah,
with
and
the
that's
bro.
cool. I like that. I like when they do like that for him. Hold on, if you're listening, you gotta take advantage. I don't know if Trammer's down there, who's down there, but you guys get steak, baked potatoes. You guys order up on them.
Yeah, order up.
I got you.
Room service.
Room service, yeah.
One thing I want to add too, just in regards to both of the wrestlers, Brooke and Docs, I really like how they carry themselves and how well spoken they are. I mean, I think that just speaks to their character and how they were raised, and those are the kind of things that make me proud and make it like it for them even more, is that you could tell that they were raised right and that they have a great head on their shoulders, and the way that they speak and the way they present themselves, man, is just, you just gotta love it. I mean, they're just right here from Winnebago too, and to see kids like that doing what they're doing. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah. Good one. That's good, Chris.
Yeah, then also before we kind of change the vibes of the wrestling thing, and you do got to give a shout to the youth coaches, the pee-wee coaches, the elementary school coaches, junior high coaches, because when they get to the high school level, no matter what sport it is, you kind of gotta know what you're doing already, to be good at something, and then those are the ones you learn it from. Is your first coach probably taught you a lot, about just trying to find the fun and the love of the game. And you got other coaches as you get older that maybe add a little bit more to your repertoire. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even know they had Pee Wee coaches around here.
Yeah, they have the company is Scouts, they're called, and they're just basically the high school kids are helping coaching the younger ones.
They had to just start that then, because I know that.
4 or 5 years now.
Really, it's been going on that long. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and so a lot of those, some of the kids now that are getting to high school now are some of the first kids into Scouts.
Oh, cool.
And it kind of shows too, because there's kind of a lot of wrestlers
Nice.
out this year for boys and girls. So
That's cool. Good
Oh,
one.
man. Yeah. So definitely, man. Let's get into our topics then.
Okay.
All right, BLUV, you want to start us out?
Okay, what I was gonna talk about is kind of just a couple of things that when I was watching the girls play in their sub-district games. I watched the girls play all year long, and I can see the how much they were getting better and improving on stuff from day one up until the last game of the season last night. They still have to, they look like they picked up a lot of, they start moving the ball around a little more. They were taking better shots. They were kind of using each other, trusting each other, their teammates, even the younger ones that would come in, and they showed improvement all year long. Now the last 2 games of the season, the sub-district games, I went down and watched them play. Geez, I can't even remember that first team who they played, and then they they played real good. Used a team. Everybody's got in the scoring column. Everybody did their part, and they're all smiling, having a good time, and stuff like that. And then they get to the next game last night. I don't know if the pressure for playing the number 1 seed that only had 1 loss, if that had something to do with it, but
like the intimidation factor going into the game.
Yeah, they didn't look like the same team from just the night before. You know, they're missing easy shots. They were forcing a lot of shots, but I mean, all in all, they played good. The girls, they played good. They weren't on. And I'm saying like literally everybody. The score was low. Scores of that team from Columbus Scotus, they only scored like 45 points, and then our girls only scored like about 30. So it was like a real low scoring game, and that just shows that they had an off night, and that was the wrong night to have an off night. It was right there because they really could have put that number 1 seed to bed early.
Yeah, I saw it wasn't a blowout.
No.
When I tuned in, it was I think an 11-point game or something like that.
I mean, even that, they got beat by like 16 or 17, but the game was way closer than the score indicated, you know. Yeah. So, but just, you know, a little shout out to that team. They stuck together they had some, I think Coach Nick posted on Facebook last night, and then they said they had an up and down season, more ups than the downs, you know, highs and the lows and stuff like that. But it's a scrappy bunch of girls right there, and they'll be just fine next year. They just got to, you know, like I said, as an outsider looking in, I just see they just got to trust each other more. You know, everybody trust each other more and play a little more team ball, and then they should be fine next year. So, and then, you know, shout out to Breezy. Breezy was the lone senior last night on the team. She played her last game. Yep. She was going off. She was really hustling. She's on the ground a lot. She even got her head smashed once, and a girl landed on her. Jeez, her mom, Jordan, was halfway out of half court, and she was ready to run out there. And so she was sitting next to me, so I was teasing her. I said, "Hey, what you trying to do? You trying to go fight a little girl?" She said, "No, that's my mom instincts. I didn't want her to be hurt because she already bumped her head before." Yeah. So, you know, I was just kind of raising some cane with her a little bit. But shout out to Jordan there, being one of them loving parents there that shows up to literally all her kids' games. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, me and Coach Chris got to give her a shout out too, because at the last home game on senior night, the commentators up there received a gift bag up there with some snacks from Jordan, because
nice.
She said it was her first girl, her senior year, last game. She kind of felt real, kind of like, you know, kind of sad it was that her last game, and so she kind of got in her feelings and she started buying everybody stuff. Didn't just buy Breezy something. She started buying coaches stuff, looking at, those boys want to buy them some up there too. So, but she was thinking about it. So,
Jordan, I got looked off. I sit by almost every game, and I get looked off. Where's my? Geez, can I even get a little red snapper or a bag of popcorn or anything? Unbelievable. That's Breezy right there. Yeah,
BLUV, that, I mean, that is a good topic, because we covered the girls' games all year long. Mm-hmm. We got to see some goods, we got to see some bads, we got to see some triumphs and some victories, you know. And I really saw a lot of growth, and we talked about this before, a lot of growth within that team.
Yep.
And then if we really look at it in this perspective, what you were saying about just trusting each other, every successful sports team, you have to trust each other. You have to involve each other, right?
Yeah.
So one good thing is that, and then, you know, we hate to see Breezy go, but just as you sit there and think about next season, we're only losing one senior.
Yeah.
We get everybody back from this year.
Sure.
And we had a winning record, and Winnebago surprised a lot of people because of the past of the Lady Indians.
Yeah.
You know, a winning season is hard with their schedule, especially before Christmas.
Yeah.
We got all the tough teams before Christmas, then we have a couple after. Our conference is no joke, you know, for the girls.
Yeah.
And so, like, but one thing I do want to say about that too is, because why not was dominating the conference for a long time there, and our girls got a chance to beat them girls.
Yeah.
So I really like that.
In that game, I think I said it about it before. I said I didn't make my way up to that game. I missed 2 games this year, and then it was Why Not was one of them. And because I went to the first game, and then Why Not? Geez, I think they 30'd them. I 30'd our girls. So with them going up there with the mindset, what were they thinking? Were they thinking, man, we just got beat. We really got beat. Are we gonna pin back our ears and go after them, and go into our dog status? Or they did, or they end up beating Why Not that next game in overtime, which was, I missed it, and I was mad at myself, and I heard it the next day. So sorry about that, Lady Indians.
Oh, Black Cat.
Yeah, Black Cat. Yeah, my fault. Yeah, I went to that first and they messed it up for him.
Probably a sign they just need to stay home.
Hey, but really, right there, that team, scrappy. That's the best word I can think of for how they are. Scrappy, how the way they play, and they're not scared to play anybody. They just scrappy. Sometimes their shots don't fall.
I want to just give just a little piece of advice to all the ladies, if they're going to listen to this, is one real good way to improve from one season to the next, and that's not just practice, but watch film. Like go back and watch film of yourself.
Yeah.
Go back, watch film of your plays, maybe how you screen, how you roll to the basket, or just different things like that. Maybe somebody's getting around you too easy on defense or something like that. Go back and watch film on yourself. It's right there. It's on your phone. It's stuck to your hand. You can watch film by just pulling your phone up.
Yep.
Back in the day, there's no way. I mean, we had to Todd Alberts. He's still up there. Todd Alberts.
Yeah.
He had to somehow, I don't know, swindle a tape from a different school so we can even look at film.
Yeah. But outside of school, we'd always have our own camcorder set up and watch ourselves dunk around out the popses. so we'd watch ourselves all the time. It's kind of entertaining too, everybody, if you guys are listening. So if you guys want to do that, have it like Coach Q saying, watch film and then just see what you can do, see what you can better yourself at, or maybe your do's and don'ts. Maybe I better not do that again, because that didn't really help or something. So that's all. That's all I was saying. But yeah, good job, Lady Indians. Heck of a season.
Yeah. I gotta piggyback off that and just say the same thing. Beloved, good season, girls, and it was an honor and it was a privilege and it was fun to follow you girls this year and do the live stream. So sure hated to see your season come to an end, but I see good things, and maybe Coach Chris, you can kind of say something about this, but don't stop playing just because basketball season's over.
Yeah,
that's the start of the new season.
Yep. Well, I just want to say congrats to the girls. It was a hard-fought season. All the games that we got to take care of at home as far as doing the live stream. The girls battled, and a lot of times they handled their business on their home court. Mm-hmm. And one thing that I want to talk about is just giving Coach Harlan some credit, because with a whole bunch of girls like that, and all them girls being able to play, to actually know and understand and actually deserve to be on the floor. Being a coach in that position, having to get all the girls in, it's not an easy job. It's not an easy job, and I can speak from experience that it's a lot harder than people think, because every one of your players works hard and deserves to play, and I think going forward, shout out Breezy, being her last year and being the only senior, but going forward, this team, I think this year is gonna mature. I watched the last 2 games, and it was the little things that they could have took care of, as far as staying together, and their continuity to me has always been the most impressive, because they always high five and always cheering for each other on the bench. But for the most part, I'm excited for them next year. Everybody's coming back, and they got a year to grow up. Those freshman girls, they can really play. Mm-hmm. Those freshman girls can play, and they deserve to be on the floor. And I imagine, like I said, with so many girls and being able to get them equal opportunity, it's just a huge task, and it's a huge ask for anybody. So shout out Coach Harlan, and congrats, girls.
Yep, that's a good one, Coach. Good one. All right, so we're gonna get into Coach Chris's thoughts, his little segment. Go ahead and Coach Chris and take the mic.
This one's gonna take a little bit, guys,
I was kind of thinking, Bet was kind of asking me what did I want to talk about today, and I was kind of kind of going back and kind of trying to think of what would be a good topic, something we could all talk about, something that's, debatable. And the one I came up with was the top 5 athletes all time in Winnebago history. And mine, I got some good ones here, but I think a lot of mine are like not even going all the way back. And I know way back when there was a lot of really great athletes that, just couldn't come to my mind. So I'll start off with mine, and then you guys could just kind of play off of mine and kind of conform your own.
So Chris, on this one, we're saying athletes. Are we saying like multiple sports? Or are we...
I think just like it could be multiple sports, or just physical attributes, or just anything that kind of made them stand out as an athlete.
Oh, okay.
So just in general, just
cool. Okay.
Whatever you define as athlete.
That sounds good.
For me, number 1, I think, is David Wingett.
Okay.
And, for the size, the height, and what he was able to do, I know he went to state and cross country once, and then we all know about the basketball stuff.
Yeah.
My number 2 would be Jared Doxey Jr. Great kid, All-American, wrestles, 300 pounds, tight end, catching passes in the end zone.
Field goal kicker.
Weightlifter. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
3 for me is Zariah George, probably the greatest female athlete of all time at Winnebago. I mean, her resume speaks for itself as far as, her accomplishments and things like that. And then shout out to her and David, for being, the GOATs in their respective sports, and then coming back to coach too. I think that's a pretty beautiful thing. So shout out to both of them for, being that way. And then this final 2 was pretty hard for me. But I think 4 for me was TJ Smith. And it's kind of my personal favorite because, I was kind of a young buck coming up when, TJ was kind of in his prime, and watching him play football in high school and, jumping all over everybody, making catches, running like a deer, going to state and track and field, and then going out on the court and being able to do all of the things he did on the court. And then even after high school too, I was just a fan of his, just watching him play softball and basketball and, seeing him at Whirling Thunder every day. So he's kind of one of just my personal favorites. That's just kind of why I put him on the list. And then I had a tie for 5th. So I kind of have like an honorable mention, but Diami would be my 5th. Just the kind of person that Diami is, the way he carries himself, and how he kind of found his niche, like he was a basketball player and, got into cross country and then just became one of the best to ever do it, in blue and white. And then even still to this day, like going to nationals every year, being a freshman and having so much success, like he totally deserves all of that. And I'm super proud of Diami and the kind of person that he is, and proud of his dad and, all the individuals that helped in his upbringing. But another one that I have as honorable mention would be Drake Gorin. And Drake, he did everything. Kind of the same as TJ, kind of one of my personal favorites. But Drake did it all. Played basketball, played football, played a lot of positions in football and cross country, track and field. Had success in all of those. So those are just a few of my favorite. Cool. But like I said, all these guys are probably barely 26 years old. So
yeah.
I think not taking nothing away from Drake because he's my nephew too, but I think Chris has a ticket he's trying to get out of. That's why he's. And then I'm gonna go off of that. So honestly, when we first sat down, Chris was talking. He had 3. And then I did my list, and all of a sudden his list looks like mine. So I don't know if he was looking at mine or not. But so like I said, top 5. I mean, we could sit here and debate all day about this because Chris got a bunch of young bucks in there, and as soon as we start saying the best athlete to put on the blue and white, to me, Frank Smith, Paco Smith. He was, he did everything in football, and he played basketball, and he used to do track, and he used to do all that stuff too. We talk about him all the time. I mean, a lot on here, and we're trying to get him on a show. I actually seen him out to the pony one time, and I asked him, "Gee, where you been?" I said, "Giving you props on our show," and he's still got to come up, and he's always like, "I'm too busy," and he's not. But yeah, he's just, I don't know what it is. But anyway, he's like one of my number ones. And then same thing, Chris, Diami, just because, Chris literally said everything what I was going to kind of say to a point. So Don was there, track, and then it's crazy because he went to go run cross country in college, and he was blowing it up in high school because he's trying to stay ready for basketball. So, and then he turns out he's a good basketball player, but he turns out he's a better runner. So it's crazy, And then same thing, TJ Smith, young guy. Same thing, Chris said everything. I had the opportunity to play softball with him as an older guy, and he was a young guy. And just to see him grow, and when he was a little kid all the way up, and he grew up to the man he was, and just to watch him play all these sports, and then to excel at it. I played on the Indian circuit for years after high school. I remember taking him to tournaments with me because he was that one. And of course, Big Butch always said, "Bring TJ with you." So I was like, all right, so I'm gonna grab TJ and I'll take him with. So he was one too. Then obviously Dave, baby Dave, with all the basketball he did and does stuff for just him in Indian country, doing what he did 10 years ago, or 8 years ago. It's just, still to this day, unbelievable. You ain't going to see a high school athlete around these parts do the stuff that he used to do. So, and then to take it back even further, your Choka Daryl LaPointe Sr., I've been heard nothing but good things about him from my dad, my uncles, all those guys. So I said Daryl LaPointe used to be one bad mother. And to go off of that too, John Smith, another one. Frank's dad, TJ's grandpa. These are a few names
State champ.
Yeah. So these are a couple names that come to mind when I think, the older guys. And then I'm going to throw two more out there. And then you guys, this is just me not being biased or anything, but my little brother Quincy used to do everything. He was a good basketball player. He was a good running back for football, his junior year anyway. And he was good. He was all around. Played, ran track and everything. So Quincy, you're on my list.
Hey.
And then my other brother, Trav Mallory. He used to be. You guys don't know. Trav went to Australia to play football. He was the only fullback on the Nebraska All-Star team. He played. He went overseas and he played in the All-Star games over there. And he was the only fullback to block for Amon Green. And we all know who Amon Green is. Played at the Huskers and played for Green Bay Packers and stuff. So I'm gonna give my bro Trav a nod on this one too. So anyway, those are kind of my top 8 maybe.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
And just before you get into yours, Quince, that we're looking online there, it looked like Trayvon kind of had his little top 5. He said no particular order. He had Flip Snyder, Dave Winget, TJ Smith, my stepson Trey Blackhawk, Big Docs, and Zariah George. So
That's a good one.
That's a good list right
That's
there.
a good one too. So
Okay, so
At least we're all on the same page though. As far as-
yeah. I do have a couple different ones though from you guys. So, and I was trying to be different, but I had to have a reason behind it. Yeah. So my top 5 are ones that paved the way that I think in their respective sport. So I'll have to say Baby Dave, right?
Yeah.
Because he got to where every basketball in Winnebago history never got to.
Yeah.
He lived out a dream that when we were all kids, that was the dream, and he got to live that. And today he gets to share that with our kids. So, so that's another reason why I'm choosing him, because he gets to share that with the kids.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Naomi Barrage.
Yeah.
Because he paved the way for this cross country thing. I know there were a lot of good cross country runners in the past for Winnebago, but then he was a 4-year kind of all-star for track, and then he's continuing on doing that. I know we just said about Winnebago athletes, but just recently they are breaking school records left and right down there at college. So I do got to give him the notch because he continued on paving the way, and he is paving the way for some of our athletes here in Winnebago. I'm gonna go girls basketball and volleyball. My top 5 athlete is covering those 2 sports for girls, and it's my sister Darla LaPointe. She still holds records at the Nebraska state level.
Well, she's in the record books.
In the record books for her awesome high school career. And then also she led the Winnebago Lady Indians to the second round of the state tournament when she was in high school too, back in the late 80s. So I got to give that notch to her. And then
Quince.
Football.
Quince,
Go ahead.
let me stop you real quick.
Yeah.
That's a good using Darla on that too. But same thing. When I was going to try to stop you before you even said it is Bink.
Yeah.
Same thing. Another girl athlete that a lot of the younger ones they don't really know. They don't. And then Bink, she hasn't been around with us for years now. She's been gone. Dawn Snow, that was her name, and one of the all-around athletes that Winnebago had wearing the blue and white for the girls team.
She was one of the first girls to jump serve around here.
Yep.
And then she also 10th grade year, there was probably about 3 or 4 games where she hit 40 pieces.
Yep.
And then she just continued on being a 3-point bomber her entire high school career.
Yep.
Made the state tournament 2 years out of the 4.
Along with Darla.
Yeah, along with Darla. Darla was the defender and the post-up player. Bink was the 3-point shooter and kind of the muscle up on top. So they didn't.
You can even add Kobe Smith and Farron's mom Trish in there too, because that 3 back in the day they were pretty good.
Yeah.
Them 3 they're all around.
So I'll go with Darla and those other 2 girls as the honorable mention. With that squad. So I'm gonna do that one, and then I do gotta agree with Trayvon on his with Darwin Snyder. Flippy. He paved the way for. I mean, we had him on the show.
Yep.
Tom Osborne was in his living room recruiting him
Yep.
to go play football for the Huskers.
Yep.
So I mean, just that story that he told puts him in that category for me.
And then even to go off of that, Tom Osborne was sitting in there and for football, and then basketball he was pretty good. We were just visiting with Trav the other day, and we were talking about him, and he said that Charlie Aldrich, another good athlete back in his day too, he said that. He was telling a story that he said he never got to really shoot the ball because he had too many shooters on the team. He said Charlie did the dog work, rebound and played physical and did all that. And he said Charlie shared a story with Trav. He said, man, had that ball dribbling up, just getting ready to go up and start trying to take a shot, and stole the ball from me and took off, went in for a layup. Stole the ball from his own guy. He said, so.
That's good defense right there.
Yeah, good deal. Oh, go ahead, Roddy.
So, no, it's all good. But so my 5th is I'm gonna split up between 2 old school cats.
Okay.
And the first one, oh man, I just had it in mind.
My bad.
This guy did that to me again.
My bad, bro. My bad. We're over our 50th.
So here we go.
Okay.
So my next 2 are I'm gonna bring it even back further. So these next 2, they both had opportunities to play pro sports in their respective sports. My judge, Vince Bass, he had tryouts for the Minnesota Vikings as a punter, is what I heard. But I remember he got his toes cut off, so that kind of messed it up for him. And then my son Kuna, his choka, Tim Bear.
Oh yeah,
he got a chance to try out for the Oakland A's. So just to get to that level for your sport, it's got to put you up in that position because nobody else has done it before.
I remember Uncle V telling that story when he got that for that punting job, and that happened. That back then he just said, so I was kicking with my left foot, and they weren't going as far as the. Yeah, so he's gonna make it. He also got tried out for the Twins up there too. And then I remember they said they were telling him, Pops was telling us that he tried for the Twins. He said they put him on the outfield. He was in right field, and they were just testing all the outfielders' arms that are hitting them fly balls out there and hitting them deep. And he ran back to the corner of the fence, hit his back on there, turn around, come run up, catch a ball, and they wanted to fire it to third just to test arms and stuff. He purposely threw it straight over third base and straight out over the, way out of bounds just to show him his arm. Yeah, so that's a story. Like I said, these are old school guys, Pops, and those guys telling stories. So
and they might have been over exaggerated, or they might not have.
But we don't know. I don't know if you guys are gonna either.
Yeah,
crazy.
So that would be my 5, and I know they're similar, but I had to throw a couple extra ones in
For
there.
sure.
And I had to have a reason why I did. So
yeah, no, that was good, man. Those are good ones.
All right. So, hey, I'm going to get into mine. And then at the end of the show, BLUV, because we got like maybe 13 minutes left. At the end of the show, we're going to hit you up with that Yaj stuff, okay? All right. So my topic, guys, I'm going to talk about Mikkel Parker and the Walker twins from the Omaha Nation girls basketball team. I got an opportunity to go down and watch their game last night, the first round of the sub-districts. Omaha Nation is like 18 or 19-2, and they are hosting the sub-districts this year. which is a really good thing, you know, for the school, for the athletic department to be able to draw in those funds, you know, admissions, concessions, and all that stuff like that. It just helps the teams out like that real good, you know. That's kind of the behind the scenes look, but it also for fan base, you can have people just walking down the street to go and fill those seats, you know. We will talk about this too, but Winnebago boys just now found out last night that they're the number 1 seed in their sub, so we'll be hosting here in Winnebago, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit too. But the Omaha Nation girls, they did not disappoint at all last night. I walked in the gym, the game just started. I saw the girl, one of the lady Patriots from the team there, Clarkston Neely, I think it was called. I walked in, their big girl, she's 6 foot. She got the ball in the post, took one dribble, did a little spin move, scored real easy, and I was like, "Arr, these girls are in for it, you know." Yeah. And then so like it took the Lady Chiefs maybe about 3.5, 4 minutes to warm up, and after that it was over. It was, I could believe it because I watched it, but it was so. It wasn't just those 3 girls that were hitting shots. Everybody was hitting shots on the team.
That their point guard, I don't know her name. She'll have different color hair once in a while.
Yeah, Mikal Parker.
Is that her?
Yeah.
She's good.
Yeah, she's a leader.
She's the one that makes that team go. I mean, like, I seen her throw no-look passes, bounce passes through the lane to them big girls down there, and I'm like, what? How did she see that?
Yeah, she did that last night too.
Is it? Yeah,
there must be something in their offense. And Coach, I got to give it up to Coach Vogt though. I mean, it seems like a lot of times down Omaha Nation, whether he's coaching the boys team or the girls team, I mean, they're always decent, you know.
And Vogt's been down there for about 106 years too, so he's just, I mean, he's our age, so maybe it's not that. My bad.
I know he's young. He's still young. He's still young.
Yeah, he's still young, man. But and then you're right. Every time whoever he's coaching that year, it seems like they always do well.
Yeah.
You know, not taking nothing away from any of the other coaches, but it seems like whatever team he's coaching, they end up doing really well that, you know, those years and stuff. So shout out, man. That's good stuff, Brad.
And so, you know, there was a Mikal Parker had 24 points. Desmond Walker finished with 19, and then the other Walker had 10. And then the rest of the girls all chipped in their 6 points, 8 points, you know, 5 points, stuff like that, you know. Yeah. But they look pretty solid, man. Yeah. You know, and then for the viewers out there, and then for news for everybody, we found a sponsor, so we can go down and live stream that game tomorrow night down in Mason at Omaha Nation School. So you viewers, if you guys are interested in watching the Omaha Nation girls get through their sub-district championship game, there's the flyer right there.
Go to they rather have you all down there hollering and cheering and screaming down there, but if you can't make it, there's the link.
Yeah, definitely tune in. Also share it. You know, let's get the game out there so everybody can see it.
Yeah,
everybody can see it. You know, and I'm gonna actually tag Indian Sports and Indian Country Today, just to get it out there a little bit more, like I do with the Winnebago News. Yeah. So hey, maybe we can get some people from out of state kind of watching the game too.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Good job. Hey, congratulations, girls. It ain't done yet.
No,
it ain't done yet. One game at a time.
Definitely not done. And I know that the girls are playing, like we said to Young Brooklyn on the interview earlier, playing with a purpose.
Yeah.
You know, the Walker twins, they lost their dad a few years ago, and you see like every tough game that they go through, they're always giving their dad a shout out. So they're playing with a purpose.
Yep.
So that's like one reason why I'm really fired up to see how the season ends up being for them. So
yeah. All right. Good luck, you girls. We'll be down there tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely be down there tomorrow. And then like BLUV said, let's fill those seats down there, guys. Let's fill those seats down there. And I believe they said that it's going to be a whiteout. So if you're going to be showing up to the game down there and you're not from Macy, Nebraska, then make sure and wear a white shirt down there, because you're going to be the oddball.
Auntie Carol Cleveland, if you're going to make it, make sure it's white and not yellow like you used to wear for us guys.
Yeah.
Shout out to Carol Lee.
Coffee stains. Yeah. All right, definitely. Hey, BLUV, so this comes the time of the program where we're going to get into a little bit of what we call the BLUV moments, okay?
This is a little new segment, y'all. So I was sitting here thinking about this, and you guys, like I said, if you guys follow me on Facebook, you guys know I have that. I'll have a post, and it just has something to do with like stuff that we already all know, and we all like if it snows, yeah, everybody posting pictures of the snow outside and how bad it is and windy, and everybody in town and everybody in Winnebago can see it. And then they're still posting the same pictures, except for out there when it's like, yeah, geez, we know it's snowing out. We all have a door, we all have windows, you all have cell phones. We knew this was coming. Yeah. So that's another example. So my yeah, geez is going to be to my Iowa buddies that up in the city, and whoever lives in Iowa and stuff. Like, okay, so yeah, geez, Iowa beat my Huskers last night. Yeah, they beat us in football. Yeah, they beat us in bowling. Yeah.
Geez.
Yeah, they won last night. Yeah, you guys stormed the court. Yeah, we all seen the ESPN. Yeah. Jeez. If you guys don't hear me, then yeah.
I think you forgot one though.
Okay, good. You gonna chime in too?
You forgot one. Remember you said it earlier.
Which one was it?
You can say it. You can say it. Oh yeah, I chimed in on yours.
I'll just let it go.
These guys are over here whispering and telling secrets like little girls over here.
So, after all that, and then, yeah, geez, Tony Wood, your soup's all canned and watery. Yeah, we know.
Somebody tag Tony Wood.
Tony always gives me and Quinn heck on Facebook. Hey, nobody guys watch you guys' show. He just has to give us a hard time, but yeah,
Tony Wood said our ratings on this show are really low, and I told him, I said, well, we had you on that time, and the ratings dropped really far.
Yeah, shout out to Tony Wood. He's always a good one there. You can always raise some cane with him, and he fires back. So
yeah.
Good job.
Hey, no, that's a good Yaji's one. That's a good Yaji's.
I like that one.
Yeah. So hey, we might have to have BLUV do another Yaji's moment every episode here. So that'll be probably the end of the show segment.
It's easier to say it and do it that way instead of trying to type it all out and makes the expressions all come out. So,
Especially when you don't know how to spell.
That's why we talk about Tony Wood just now. Every time I see his post, I want to have a damn stroke trying to read that.
All right, so we have probably about 5 minutes left in the show, right? And the last thing we're going to talk about is what's coming up for Bago now. We got Doc's going to be wrestling tomorrow. Not exactly sure what the time is, but when we get that, we'll make sure and post that. Yep. And like BLUV asked, if you guys are going to go live down there, make sure and tag the big voice so then we can have everybody get to see the matches that he's going to be wrestling at, and maybe even kind of like give us a reminder on what time you think he's going to wrestle. But just keep everybody informed, that can't make it down there. So everybody will just love you. Shit, charge them $1. Charge them $1. Cash out $1. You might make some money.
Then the Bago boys are going to be in town for sub districts Monday. And the Big Voice is going to be there doing that game. But they're also going to be out of town on Friday playing
Ashland Greenwood, and then they're supposed to be one of the top teams in Class C1. So yeah, it'll be a good test.
Yeah, good test. And we also kind of heard some news that's buzzing that we don't know if it's true yet. But you guys have to wait and see on Friday if they're running layups or not.
Yeah, so definitely going to talk about the boys sub districts though. Winnebago took the number 1 seed in the district or the sub district, so we will be hosting our sub district here in Winnebago. And once again, I got to say that inside scoop though, that's going to help out the athletic program, and it's also going to help out the basketball teams because they get to bring that extra money in for their program. So make sure and get down to watch these games from Winnebago. And I got to give a shout out to the Winnebago Police Department. Winnebago Police Department, they jumped right on it when we asked for sponsors, and the Winnebago Police Department is going to be sponsoring the sub-districts games for Winnebago. So
nice,
and that's going to be very good.
That's why I put Drake on my list.
Do you guys remember that?
Along with HCI.
Along with HCI, okay.
Give those guys
PD and HCI.
Lance Morgan on my list too.
Yeah, Lance Morgan, Omaha North. Just to go off of that too, Chief Jeremiah Lonewolf is on my list.
On the best athlete.
The best athlete.
There you go.
So that way, because they're sponsoring, right? Him and Lance.
Yeah, they're sponsored.
So I'm gonna change my top two.
Yeah, my top two got Lance Morgan and rugby.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Good. That's good stuff.
Yo. So hey, BLUV, I want to say thank you for bringing up your topics, giving good conversation here. Coach Chris, same thing. It's always good to get into deep convo with you, especially about the coaching part. You know, I know that we share that kind of a passion in our own communities and stuff, and it just works out so good. But I know that the next time we come on, we're gonna have a 2-time state champion in Jared Doxey. He's gonna be here.
Yeah. Hey, looks like we have must be Grandma Robin Snyder. She said, thank you for the shout out to Brooke Snyder. So you got it, Auntie.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Definitely.
You're welcome.
All we ask for is a Snyder burger in return.
Snyder burger, and I heard you screaming on that last live video. That kind of hurt my good ear, so got to kind of keep that a little low for me. Hey, shout out to Trayvon too. He's the one he got on there too, and he kind of gave us his little athlete, his top 5 athletes.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, that was a good list there, Pudge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
I just want to talk about the boys sub district, and just kind of give a little advice to the boys. You know, during the summer, these are the reasons why we did what we did is for right now, and to be able to put yourselves in position to be able to make a run. So all them summer workouts, all those tournaments that we played in, all those weightlifting sessions, those are all in play right now. And you did all those for a reason. And don't get caught up in the hype, because there's a lot of hype, like, you know, having the number 1 seed. That's great and all, but, you know, anybody can be beat. Yeah. And around this time, everybody always brings it. And the biggest thing is that, you know, this is kind of new territory for them. But at the same time, I know what they're capable of. I think we all know what they're capable of. And we're proud of you guys.
Yep.
From everybody here at the Big Voice, from everybody in the community. I know it's been one heck of a season, and we've all enjoyed it. I mean, doing the games and going to the games, to see this brand of basketball and have it, you know, back here in Winnebago, and just love to see it, and I appreciate it. And, you know, just keep doing what we're doing. Stay locked in, boys.
Yep. Good one, Chris.
Yeah, definitely. Just gotta just go with that, Chris. You said it, all the words that, you know, that need to be said. I know that there's if we had a chance, if me and you, even BLUV, if we had an opportunity to see those boys in the locker room before each one of these games, we would be saying the same things, you know. And my thing is just play together. You guys cannot accomplish what you guys are trying to accomplish without each other.
Yep.
So make sure and play together.
And just the same thing that what we said to Brooke too, you know, what I said too, soak up these memories, especially if you guys get down there. But we're going one game at a time. You know, let's get this one, then we'll get the next one. If you guys, you know, play your butts off and you guys make it down there, you guys just soak everything up. But at the same time, you guys all have fun these last few games. The season starts, you know. So let's go. You guys, let's go Big Blue, you know. We're all behind you boys.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the show right here. And, you know, this is your host, Coach Q. We got BLUV, we got Coach Chris in the house, DJ Best Me on the ones and twos. I want to say thank you guys for all your input and your expertise. And this is 100.9 FM KWTN, the Big Voice Radio. And this is the show. Peace.
Peace out.